Coming up on this episode, we get the Jeep up on two wheels. And we get close to the edge. This will be a trip up to the top of Carrizo Mountain. A fantastic drive. Stick around for the ride. Get to this trail off of the S80 down by Ocotillo, California. It's not a bad drive through the wash. There are some rutted areas. It does help to be aired down. Once you start the trail, it gets really cool really quick. You can see we're already getting into some pretty big rocks. You are going to want a high clearance 4-wheel drive vehicle for this trip. I didn't get a real good shot of Painted Gorge, but you can see a little bit of it off to the left of the screen there. It's a beautiful, beautiful canyon, full of color, very vibrant colors. It's very, very pretty. And one of the guys that I was with that day took some really beautiful photos of the area. I'll put a link to his video in the description of this one. His name's Mark. He's got a lot of great Jeep videos if you're interested in checking them out.
I missed the question.
I was just in that steep rocky section. I had to do a third gear, otherwise I'd be running the engine too much because of the transportation on the Rubicon.
Oh wow, yeah, I was in second as well.
That back there was automatic. What's this?
Ha ha ha!
I was with 3 other Jeeps on this trip. Mark, Fred, and the third Jeep was Jack, and he had his dad Nick along for the ride. It was a great group of guys. We had a blast. can see the trail is pretty bouncy, so if you come out here, you better expect to be rock and roll just a little bit.
I don't think you're getting a Honda Accord up this trail. Oh, man. Okay, you can have your man card back.
Earlier in the trip, after a little bit more difficult section of the trail, I announced over CB to the others in the group who were all driving four-door Wranglers that I was just about to put my mighty little two-door into four-wheel drive. They all thought that was pretty funny, and Jack said he was going to have to forfeit his man card because he had used four-wheel drive. Of course, I was too.
Yeah, I think it's difficult enough without mud.
I mentioned earlier in the video, there's a gentleman named Mark who takes really good photos. You saw him pass on the screen off to the left, and that's his green Jeep off to the left right now. Again, check out the videos. I'm going to link to his video in the description of this trip. Really well done. That's Jack's Jeep there off to the left. Behind me is Fred. He's in a white Rubicon. If you can time it right, you want to get out here on a clear day, you can see the views pretty intense. It is amazing how far you can see on a nice, clear afternoon.
pick up the road on the road.
It's a little difficult to tell, but you can kind of get an idea of how steep this incline is here. The Jeep ahead of me there, Jack's Jeep, how far above my head he is.
Fred, you doing okay back there?
Yeah, okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Whoa.
I apologize for all the CB noise here. I had the squelch down as far as it would go, and I was still picking up some blips. I think we change frequency here pretty soon, and you stop hearing all that noise.
Alright, this is gonna be big right here. Hold on. Oh, man. There's Fred.
As we round this corner, check out that view. You can see so far out there. We're soaking it in all afternoon. So cool. Here you can see Jack stopped just ahead, waiting for me to get through a particularly difficult section. This is where we get the Jeep up on two wheels. Take a moment to teeter-totter just a bit before climbing off.
Hey, it's a teeter-totter.
Almost up at the driver's on the peak of the rock.
That's a legitimately sized rock.
You can actually see just up ahead there, a little plateau with a little green Jeep parked up there. That is the parking lot essentially where we've all amassed here. From that lot, it's a short hike up to the top. You can see the views are pretty incredible. There's a geological survey marker up there, and you have 360-degree views from the peak of Carrizo Mountain to the Badlands and around. It's just really quite amazing. Here we're headed back down now, and with the camera position, you can actually see some of the views now off to the left side of the trail. It's a pretty good drop off there too, if you'll take note. Some of the trail here gets pretty narrow, It'd be difficult if we were to run into some people on the way up, but we actually didn't encounter anybody on the trail at all this afternoon that we were there. But it is beautiful. You want to be careful, as you can see right there. One wrong move will send you quite a distance down to the bottom there. It would be a pretty abrupt stop when you hit the bottom of that canyon, I imagine.
Yeah, Fred, passenger side on that big drop-off works pretty well.
Yeah. Start keeping an eye out for that spot where I said I want to get the photo. You should be able to see Planet Gorge off to the right. I'm very close to it right now. Yeah, that's why I'm giving you a heads up. You should be very close to it. I just stop there when you think you're at it, and we'll get organized, okay?
It was a fantastic trip. We reached the end of the trail here. It was just beyond that point where we stopped and aired up in the shade of a canyon, had some lunch, and then headed back out. It was really a fantastic day, and I highly suggest if you're down in that area, the Ocotillo area, stop in, check out the trail at Carrizo Mountain. I again would highly suggest a high clearance four-wheel drive vehicle to do this trail, but it's well worth the trip.